You know how it goes. She's taking a nap now. So, hopefully she stays asleep. I heard her complaining a little bit ago, but she seems to be okay now. Anyhow, if I could find it on here, we could get started. Why does it always take me so long to find it? Stupid. All right, there we go. First person here is Hayat Love. You got a wish, put it out into the universe. If you're not with anyone right now, fire sign comes in. Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. Looks like you have a lot of respect and a relationship on the horizon that's very well balanced if you're not with anyone right now. Somebody from your past could be returning. You have a Scorpio entering, and you also have happiness coming in around growth and transformation around your love life. Ina's love. Success comes in when you make a decision to walk away from people, places, and things that no longer serve you. Be careful that you're not overthinking things. Kind of listen to your intuition rather than your head. Got a Virgo around, that may be new energy. You have a Taurus coming in that also may be new energy, and a Capricorn. You may be making a decision to explore new options. Takira, general for next week. Could have a new business opportunity. Your persistence pays off around a business or work endeavor. It also looks like you're leaving negativity and pessimism in the past, and you have some choices coming in. Got some good luck coming in around love. The love cup is full, and the Knight of Cups is here. If you're not with anyone right now, there could be a new person coming in. Fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. If you are with someone, then your current relationship would be moving forward nicely, and you're feeling prepared for the future. Emerus. Does Tyler want a commitment with me? I'm not seeing a commitment coming in now. No, I don't think so. Maybe not right now. Lydia, happy Valentine's Day. Oh, I just left my house. What's next? The world is at your feet, and be prepared for the Empress. Love, money, abundance, fertility, growth, and transformation comes in around this situation. You should be seeing or hearing from him soon. The sun comes out and no longer feeling stuck. Things start to move forward. I think you'll probably see him again sometime this week. Jakaya, who is coming in love and what to expect in career? Okay. In love, you got a Cancer coming in that comes in with not holding themselves back. You feel like you've made it to the top of the mountain and you can exhale. You may have to walk away from something that no longer serves you. It also looks like you have success coming in around your career and something to celebrate, possibly around going back to school, learning a new area of study. Brings in a new job opportunity or leads you to a promotion or whatever. That brings in the Ten of Pentacles, which is a large sum of money headed your way. Enos, will E make contact this week? He's an Aries, okay. Yes, he should. Goddess, will my business move forward, and if so, when? Yes, it moves forward this summer. You should see a big difference this summer. Lily, cards for next week. Walking away from people, places, and things and leaving negativity and pessimism in the past brings success to you, especially when it comes to a career or business endeavor. Got some financial stability coming in, cause for celebration, and possibly going back to school, learning a new area of study, being guided by the divine. Taurus comes in that could be of significance and also some good luck. The hard work that you've put into your career, work, school, whatever you do all day is coming back to you, and life changes for the better quickly. Some good karma is returned to you. Ronnie, general for the week. Intuition is heightened, so definitely use it. You may have some choices that come in. You could also have a decision to make, or you may be making a decision as far as which direction you want to take your love life in. You've got growth and transformation that comes in. You've got a Scorpio, a Cancer, a Libra, a fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries, heading towards all 10 cups being full. Looks like you may be getting some more respect, or something nice may happen around work financially. You got some financial improvements this week. Money comes in. There's also a Virgo coming in. You got a lot of people coming in. Good. Should be a very busy week with a lot of positive opportunities. Soleil, my meeting with Judson's CEO and my supervisor tomorrow. You may have some anxiety about going into this meeting, and it also looks like there could be it could be a rough discussion, but I don't think it goes, I think it goes better than you think it's going to go. Just make sure that you have everything documented and everything prepared that you want to say and that you want to go over, because you know, it's like situations like that, it's you, there's only one of you. There's more than one of them. You know what I mean? So I would just make sure you have everything written down. Make sure that you don't forget anything, and you should be fine. But you might have a little anxiety walking in there. I mean, how could you not? Goddess, what's coming in for the rest of this month? Love cup is full and a Virgo comes in. If you're not with anyone right now, possibility of a new option comes in. Laying down the law, setting up boundaries, stepping into your own personal strength. Your persistence pays off, and you may be feeling undecided about something. It could have something to do with moving homes, changing homes, upgrading homes, something of that nature. If you're not ready to make a decision, then don't make the decision yet. Communication comes in from somebody who you haven't seen or spoken to in quite some time. Or you get a message out of the blue from this person. Mustafa. I don't see it yet, so I'm going to do New Me. Financial reading for my sister, Autumn. If she's been feeling burdened by finances, that should come to an end. Success comes in around money and finances, and there may be a new business opportunity or a new way to bring in extra money on the horizon. Listen to your intuition. You got the Six of Pentacles. Could be getting a little raise at work, which would help. Soleil, general. You may need to have a little bit of patience, possibly around work or career. It looks like you're no longer holding yourself back. You want things to move forward, but things may not be happening as fast as you want them to. You have success coming in around a new business opportunity. It just may not happen as fast as you want it to. You have a wish, put it out into the universe. Moving on to greener pastures. Large sum of money could be headed your way. And you have the Magician, the ability to manifest new opportunities around work, school, or business. Enos, what will happen in the next 2 days? What will happen in the next 2 days? You may feel disappointed with something. There could be a minor disappointment that makes you feel like you're holding yourself back. Could have something to do with a fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. And you may decide to walk away from this situation. You got a Sagittarius coming in the next 2 days. Mustafa, will I avoid getting in trouble with my parents if I get caught for my overspending of the money they gave me with a good excuse and promise not to be irresponsible and impulsive with my money? Okay, let's see. Yeah, I think you'll be all right. Pisces are not good with money. I'm not good with money either. Like, I guess I shouldn't say it like that. Like, I will not put a quarter in a parking meter. I'll walk 3 blocks if I have to. I'll walk 2 miles if I have to. I hate that. But I think I hate it more because I don't like the stress of having to be back there at a certain minute. But then, like, I'll spend crazy money on other things and not even bat an eyelash. I don't know. Pisces are just not great for dealing with money. Soleil next week. You may be feeling undecided about things next week, but your life is starting to move forward. You may be paying off a bill of debt or a loan, or you may be feeling a little bit relief around financial stuff. You could be feeling disappointed in something or someone, and there may be a little bit of regret or negativity around a situation that causes anxiety. I don't know, maybe that's the work thing. You may be a little bit worried about the work thing next. Mustafa, how will my studies be for me next week, especially my finance and economics class? Things should change for the better for you quickly. Stepping into your own personal strength pushes these classes forward, and starting a new journey. You should be doing fine in those classes next week. Soleil, will I get fired from Judson Center? No, I don't think they're going to fire you. I don't think you're going to get fired. The thing is that depending on how far this case goes, you could end up getting terminated, but you wouldn't be getting fired. Like, it wouldn't go down as being fired, like, because you're not doing your job. It would be because they make a settlement, and then that's why things end. That could happen. Yeah, it depends on how things go tomorrow, or, you know what I'm saying? Like, I have never known anyone to bring a suit of any kind to their employer and them not wind up getting let go. They settle, and then they get let go. They just part ways. That's just the way it's usually done. But it's not like being fired. Like, it's different. It's different. It's more of like being let go, like being laid off kind of a thing. It's a little bit different. Let's see how tomorrow goes. Ronnie, the Libra got another bracelet. Oh, Jesus. See, this is on him now. This is not on you. I would tell him, enough is enough. That's what I would say. He might know too. Like, he may feel that you're kind of getting to that point with him. Like, what he did was enough. He doesn't have to do anymore. I would just tell him, you did enough. You went above and beyond. Thank you very much. Please don't buy me anything else. But if he does buy you something else, it's on him. That's his problem. Like, he's got to understand that he's not going to buy you enough bracelets to change the way you feel about him. It just doesn't work like that. I wish that it did, but it doesn't. you know, like it's like all's fair in love and war, they say. It's like that's why like people like supermodels like Cindy Crawford have been cheated on, because it doesn't make a difference who you are. You know, love is good and bad to all of us at different times in our lives. And there's nothing that he's going to be able to buy you that's going to make you change the way you feel about him. So he's going to continue to do that. At some point, you may say, I can't accept anything else, but I wouldn't do it today because it's Valentine's Day and everybody's got their emotions up because of Valentine's Day, you know? So I would just not do that today. I would accept it, and that would be it. And then we'll see what happens. Maybe he'll cut the shit tomorrow. Jesus. Christ. Emmett, does the Taurus miss me in the Valentines? Okay, let's see. I would say that he's thought about you. Yeah, I don't know that he's sitting around like missing you, but I think that he's thought about you today. Does he miss me? Yes, I would say he misses you. Oh, you're not suing them? No. No, but it's still like a big accusation. You know what I mean? Like years ago, we had this girl who, she wasn't suing the company either. All right, this is the story. Now, my boss, he was always like this. Like, we never really thought anything of it. We were all young too, young and stupid. Everybody there was like really young and stupid, but we never thought anything of it. He used to always make really like sexual comments to people. So, and like, we just, like, that was just how he was. Everybody just accepted it. Nobody ever said anything about it. He was, you know what he reminds me of? The kind of loser that, like, he was like maybe like a loser or a geek in high school. And now all of a sudden he was the boss of the department and he felt like he was cool. And it was almost like now he was reliving his high school, because he used to say shit like, oh, well, we're the cool department. Like, who talks like that? You know what I mean? Like, nobody talks like that. We're the cool department, whatever. So a young girl that didn't work in our department, worked in a different department, came in with a t-shirt on from one of the companies that was a, what do you call it, a customer of ours. And he said to her, I forget the name of the company. Oh, Joe's what, garage, whatever. How'd you get that? Who'd you have to blow to get that shirt? That's what he said to her. Who'd you have to blow to get that shirt? Well, on this particular day, she got offended by it and she went to her boss. She wasn't suing the company, but she went to the boss with the accusation, and then her boss interviewed all of us, and then it went through all the other CFOs and all the other vice presidents, and we all had to sit down and tell them, you know, what we knew or how we'd been spoken to. And she wasn't suing them. Like, that's not what her intentions were, but because she made this accusation, it never went to court, but they settled and they parted ways. Like, she just went, I don't even think that she realized it was going to escalate to the way it did, but they don't take things like that laying down. Not these days. Those things are very serious. So even if you're not suing, it's like, it's a big accusation. And it usually, like, it's usually, you don't end up going back to the same position after you've accused somebody of something like that. So I don't know how much they paid her, but they made a settlement and she left. And after that, everybody was very careful about how they spoke. The guy was joking. He was just an asshole. Like, that's just his personality. Was just he was an asshole. But on that day, it happened to come back at him. Meanwhile, he worked there for like 15 years. And all of these higher-ups claimed that they never knew that he was like that. I don't know. I mean, how could you not know? And we all figured that everybody just accepted him for that's how he was. So that's why I'm saying I don't know that they're going to let things just go back to the way they were after there's this accusation, and if there's proof supporting it. You know, like, people could get fired for that. Not necessarily you, but the people that you're accusing, because that's a big thing. So I don't know how it's going to unfold. Like I said, It has to be addressed. It's a big thing, and it usually doesn't end like, oh, okay, everybody just go back to business. Not from what I've seen, anyway, in my day. I mean, I could be wrong, but they usually don't take accusations of any of those accusations um, lightly these days. Jay, how did Amy feel when she saw me early this morning? She was, I mean, I don't know if she's a little bit like funny today. Oh, she's always funny, but like I mean, look, she's attracted to you. She's curious about you. She always wants to know what you're doing, and she's always paying attention. The way she felt today is maybe a little bit disconnected, or she may have been feeling like the Valentine's Day thing may have been eating away at her, because it usually affects people like that. So she may have been a little bit down on herself, or a little bit argumentative in her own self, having nothing to do with you. I think she probably wanted more attention from you than you gave her, but you know what? She's a tough cookie. I don't know. I don't think that she was feeling great this morning, but not because of you, probably because of the Valentine's Day nonsense. But she finds you very attractive, and I think that she wants more attention from you. Emerald. I don't see the question yet, so let me do April. Upcoming week and weekend. Not bad. It looks like you've got the Empress, which is love, money, abundance, fertility. You got some money coming in. No longer feeling so weighed down by the weight of the world. Things could be moving forward with that love interest. That's not a bad thing. And it seems like the energy around you is pretty light, and you seem to have money coming in. So that's always a plus. Not a bad week. Ronnie, I would feel guilty too. You know what? I don't know what the problem is with me and guilt, but I feel guilty about everything. So I would feel guilty too. So I totally understand. But you know what somebody said to me once? Somebody said, if somebody wants to do something for you, let them do it. And, you know, let them do it. Like, that's what they want. They want to do something for you because things kind of ebb and flow. And at some point, you may be helping him out in a different way. You know, like, who knows? Maybe at some point, I don't know, you're doing something for him down the road. It might not be buying him jewelry, but it may be something else. And in all of our relationships with everyone, sometimes one person does more or puts more effort in than another person. And that's okay. I wouldn't feel guilty because he wanted to do it. Otherwise, he wouldn't have. You didn't put him up to it. You didn't hint. You didn't drop hints. You didn't make suggestions. You didn't leave pictures out. He did it. And imagine if the situation were reversed. If you wanted to do something for someone to make them feel special on Valentine's Day and they didn't accept it. Like, that's really hurtful, like, to not accept it. So I would just accept it. Don't feel guilty about it. And you've been clear about your feelings. That's it. Rocky, what is Roberto up to this Valentine's Day? He's got cause for celebration around a fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. Could be a friend. It could be an old friend from his past that shows up. I don't think that they're necessarily spending Valentine's Day together. I think he just may be hanging out with an old friend. Soleil, what will be the outcome of the meeting tomorrow? Will they let me go tomorrow? I don't think they let you go tomorrow. I think you're going to have a couple of more meetings. No, I don't think that, no, it's not going to be that. I think that this is going to be somewhat of a, it's going to take time. You know, they're going to investigate it. They're not going to say, oh, you accuse this person of that. Okay, now you're fired. You can leave. It's not going to be like that. They should do an investigation that's what happened at my place. And that's what's happened with other people that I've read for. Like, you accuse so-and-so, they're going to call that person in. If there was a witness there, that person's going to come in. And they're not going to do it they're going to do it so that nobody knows anything. You know what I mean? Like, they're going to have, like, I would go in and take this person and somebody else would go and take that person to see if the stories match without the two people. Okay, you're going to say this and I'm going to say that. They're going to like that's the way it was at our place. Like, we were interviewed by several different people and we were interviewed without anybody else knowing. So it's like, I went in with this one guy, Frank, and this girl, Lisa, that I work with, went in with Charlie, so that Lisa and I couldn't discuss, we didn't know what we were being asked. That's how it happened. Like, they usually do an investigation. They don't just fire people on the spot, because I don't think you can. I think that you have to have, in this day and age, companies have to protect themselves, and there's usually a procedure that gets followed. And they're probably already on top of that procedure, because that's just the way it is. Like, even when I got let go, they like laid me off. Like, they gave me all this paperwork that was like, well, you don't have to sign this. You can take it to a lawyer. I'm like, I'm not going to take it to a lawyer. Like, I'm not going to sue you. You're laying me off because you're doing away with my job. I mean, whatever. But they were like, no, you don't have to sign it, right? Like, they didn't want me to sign it. They wanted me to take everything home. They wanted me to take it to a lawyer. And I wasn't even accusing them of anything. So there's usually, I don't know how big this company is, but there's usually a procedure that happens. It doesn't happen like that. It could be a little bit awkward, especially if, I can't remember if that other girl worked with us while this was going on. I don't remember if she was still there while it was happening, but it took a good couple of weeks. Like, they don't just fire people on the spot. They can't do that. I think there's going to be more meetings. That's what I think is going to happen. And then there's going to be choices and decisions that need to be made. And there could be a little bit of arguments around the situation. It may make you feel very anxious, but as long as you've got, proof and things documented, you don't have anything to worry about. So I wouldn't worry so much about it, because you sort of have the upper hand right now. Liz, how did the Libra feel about my last night's post? Didn't think too much about it. It's like, I don't know if they saw it, they just scrolled past it. They didn't think too much into it. I don't know what it was, but it wasn't something that either they didn't think anything of it, or they didn't think it applied to them. They just moved forward. If they saw it. I don't know if they saw it. It doesn't look like much thought went into it. That's it. I don't know what it was, but. Delay, love. You may be letting disappointment and heartache and wounds go. You may let all this stuff move into the past. And then moving forward, you feel a little bit more like you have the world at your feet. There may be somebody in your life right now that you just haven't taken notice of. That could be a possibility. It looks like you have a new journey starting possibly with a fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries, but there's also an earth sign coming in, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. Got cause for celebration, being guided by the divine, and a couple of new opportunities coming in, I would say, before the end of March. Jakaya, is Mike Bruce the one that I should leave behind in love? The cards are not suggesting that you should totally cut this guy out completely or get rid of him 100%, but I would keep your options open. And I would, like what I normally say is like 6 months to a year. If things have not changed in 6 months to a year, then I would walk away, because then nothing is going to change. It's like, how much time do you need? 5 years to decide whether or not you want to be with me? You know what I'm saying? So 6 months to a year, if you're already past that point, keep your options open. See who else is coming in, because you have new energy coming in. But the cards don't suggest that you have to cut him out right now. So you may want to give it a little bit more time. Well, how does Emma feel about me versus her other options? See, I can't weigh one person against the other. You can't, first of all, there's no way to measure one person versus the other. But as soon as you start putting yourself as an option, you become like a choose me person, you know, like me, 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 me. And that automatically brings your value down. So if you're looking at the situation like I'm one of her options, the energy around that is like it's going to keep you as an option, but it's never going to bring you forward. So you have to stop looking at it as if she's the one choosing you and look at it more like you're the one choosing her, because otherwise you fall into, like, they call, there's a name for these, what they call it, pick me, and it's usually, they usually refer to women as the pick me chicks, like waiting to be chosen, like pick me, pick me, pick me, 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 me. So you don't want to really look at it that way. And there's no way that I can say that, like, people weigh options like, well, he's got a better job, but this one's got a nicer car. Or he's got, you know, prettier eyes, but that guy's got nicer hair. It doesn't work like that. The energy that comes in around love is that the people that are less needy and less desiring and less need to be chosen less, they don't care as much. Those are the people that have more value because their energy is different. Their energy is not, I'm sitting around waiting for someone. See, the energy of how does somebody feel about me as an option versus him as an option is, I'm going to sit here and wait until you choose me. And then that person doesn't get chosen. The person that she'll run after is the person that's paying her the least amount of attention, because it's unfortunate, but that's the way energy works. Like, people want what they can't have. So I would try to turn the situation around a little bit. Like, I'm choosing you. I'm the one that chooses you, not will you choose me versus choosing him. So I would try to change that mindset a little bit. I mean, it seems like she cares about you very much. It does look like she's interested in you and she has a lot of respect for you. But you got to watch that energy. You know, you just have to be careful with that type of energy. Inez, what actions will E take towards me? No contact at the moment. Communication could come in before the end of the month, but I wouldn't expect much more than a couple of messages. It looks like it could be a little bit sporadic between now right through the middle of March. If anything, anything that's going to happen, it would be communication of some sort of a message. Yeah, but Ronnie, you're not going to get bad karma for something. Like, you've told this person how you feel. You know what I mean? You're not leading him on. Like, there are people that lead other people on and they make them think, and then they make them buy them things, and you're not doing that. You've been upfront with him and he's doing it anyway. You know, it's like, think about me and Matt. Matt told me he wasn't interested in me, and I still took him away for his birthday. I still paid for the concert tickets. So for me to turn around and say to him, but look at what I did for you. Okay, but I didn't ask you to do that. You did that on your own will. Do you know what I mean? So it's like, my personal responsibility was not going over the top and trying to make his birthday so special, because I already knew how he felt about me, but yet I still did it anyway. So I don't think this is on you. I think it's on him. And I don't want to kick him, you know, because he's already down, but Lily, how does OV feel now that I blocked him? Feels undecided. Feels undecided, and he's thinking about things. I think he's unsure. Either he's unsure of why you blocked him, or he doesn't feel that you're going to keep him blocked. I don't know. There's indecision around it. You know, it is what it is. If you blocked him, I would just leave it blocked and just let the whole situation go. And I wouldn't worry about how he feels, because what difference does it make if you blocked him? You know what I mean? He comes up as feeling a little bit undecided. So feeling undecided, I would say he probably doesn't think you're going to keep him blocked, or he may think that it's some kind of a, like you did it to get a reaction from him, because that's what people do. Indecision comes up. That's the best way that I can say. Yeah, indecision and a little bit unprepared. Maybe he didn't think you were going to block him. Who knows? Unprepared. I don't think he thought you were going to block him. April, my friend Peter Sagittarius said, stop talking to me 3 months ago, sent me a Valentine's Day message. She also wished me a happy New Year before. Does he want to reconcile? What is she feeling? Okay, let's see. Does she want to reconcile? 1, 2, 3. I do think that she wants to reconcile. I think that she genuinely cares about you. I think that she misses you. And, you know, if you care, you know, it depends how you feel. If it means anything to you, then I would reconcile with her. If not, then just let it go. I mean, I don't think that there's any harm in reconciling with her. I mean, I think that's fine. New chapter. When will I end up in a relationship, and how will it be? Could be sometime this spring. It could be something that comes in out of the clear blue when you least expect it. It looks like it's a loving, kind, well-balanced relationship. New energy comes in, and you're feeling well prepared. And it may be like a breath of fresh air when this person shows up. You got a Capricorn, an Aries, and a Virgo here. Huh. New beginning, but it may be slow and steady wins the race. It may not be something that takes off really quickly, or it may be something where like you guys are friends first. Whatever it is, it starts in the spring, and you have a couple of options. But I think that they're new people, and I think it's a pretty stable, long-term committed relationship eventually. It might not, like, it may start off as friends, and then you can develop to something more. Starts this spring. So like it's over 10 people claiming the same thing about the company, and they've been sending me their stories. Yeah, okay. All those people are going to have to be interviewed. They're all going to have to be interviewed, and the people that they're accusing are going to have to explain themselves. So this is not going to end tomorrow at all. Like, tomorrow's the beginning. Emerald. Update love reading for Chris and I. All right, I don't know where the two of you are in the relationship right now, but it looks like things should be a little bit less stressful or a little bit less burdened, feeling like the world is at your feet and you could be starting a new journey together. It does look like the love cup is full, but one of you may be more... Somebody may want a relationship quicker or a more committed relationship first. You guys may not be on the total same page. 3 of Cups in reverse. I don't know if there's a third party that's interfering with this situation. But, you know, it could be the kind of thing where you just kind of have to let the kinks iron themselves out, because it does look like things change for the better quickly. But it might, like, that might not happen tomorrow. That may be, you know, you might have to give it a couple of weeks for things to kind of get to where they have to go. It does look like I'm not seeing a lot of love here between the two of you right now. That doesn't mean it's not coming. It just may not be there yet. Like I said, I don't know where you guys are in the relationship. It looks like the weight of the world starts to slip off. Things start to move forward, but there could be some things that need to be cleaned up with a third party situation or a third party that may be involved here. And it may be a little bit disappointing before it gets better, but ultimately I think that things will move forward. Talia, may have a general for tomorrow. No longer holding yourself back brings in new opportunities. Feeling prepared and excited for the future, and you may be putting a whole lot of effort into a side business that pays off. Looks like Empress, love, money, abundance, fertility. Be careful with that card if you don't want children. And you've got growth and transformation coming to you as a person. For your persistence tomorrow pays off. Lila. How will my review go this week? Oh my God, I hate reviews. I hate all kinds of corporate crap. I gotta tell you that. How will my review go? It should go well. You got the Ace of Pentacles, which could be a new opportunity. Seven of Pentacles in reverse. Your hard work should pay off. It does look like you're moving forward to greener pastures. I think you'll be pretty happy with the way it goes. Jay Allen, what's next with Amy this week? For the rest of the week, it looks like she may be a little bit more friendlier than usual. You've got success around the situation, soulmate connection, or she may be putting in more effort. You know, growth, transformation comes to this situation. You also have the Empress around the two of you. Love, money, abundance, fertility. She may be a little bit more outgoing this week. Let's see what happens with her. So, like, Daniel's feelings towards me, what's next? He seems to be holding himself back. He's got the Eight of Swords here. I don't know where you guys are or when the last time you heard from him was, but the next thing would be communication comes in at some point, maybe a week to 10 days from now. It seems like he either is satisfied where things are or he's comfortable with where things are right now. Like I said, I don't know where the two of you are, but it looks like things are going to stay like this for at least 7 to 10 days. That's what it seems like right now. He seems to be content with the relationship at this point. Sister, when and what is going to shift in my life? Okay. A relationship with a Capricorn could shift for the better. It also looks like you could hear from somebody out of the blue that you haven't seen or spoken to in quite some time. It could be the Capricorn or it could be two different people. Balance comes back to your life and somebody else from the past returns. Balance, business may be very good for you in the near future. 6 of Pentacles, 9 of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles. And anxiety seems to dissipate. Feeling prepared and excited and maybe even working on a new creative endeavor seems to shift life. And let's see, when does all this start to take place? I would say within the next 5 weeks. Within the next 5 weeks, things start to change. Virgo, who and what is coming towards me in love? New journey. New journey comes in when you leave the past in the past. Things change for the better for you quickly when you're being guided by the divine. You got an Aquarius coming in. You have a wish, put it out into the universe. You also have the Hangman in reverse, which is like feeling no longer stuck, feeling like my life is finally starting to move forward. Maybe when you meet this person, it kind of gives you new hope and everything. And it should be relatively soon. So late for the rest of February. Maybe making a decision to walk away from people, places, and things that no longer serve you. You got the Justice card in reverse. You may feel like you were treated unfairly around whatever the situation is that you decide to walk away from. Looks like your intuition is heightened, so definitely listen to it. And you have the Magician here, the ability to manifest new opportunities. You may not be feeling thrilled with love before the end of February. You may actually feel a little bit disappointed in it. But balance comes back to your life towards the end of February into early March, where you could be feeling a little bit more respected around a business opportunity. Liz, will there be communication from the Libra soon? Not as soon as you want. No, I don't think so. I'm only getting a 33% chance, so it could be a little bit down the road. Cece. Will Kay come over tonight? And if not, when will we be hanging out next? We were chatting the other day. Okay, let's see. Will he be coming over tonight? I don't think you're going to see him tonight. Maybe sometime within the week. You could see him sometime within the week, but I don't think it's going to be tonight. True Sweet. My soon-to-be ex-husband does my soon-to-be ex-husband want to reconcile? He's fearful, I guess, from what he's done in the past. Not sure. Why is he so fearful to come towards me? Right. Does he want to reconcile? I don't think he's looking to reconcile. I don't know who filed for the divorce, but I think he thinks that the divorce is best for both of you. He's got anxiety around this situation, and he's lacking perseverance. It's almost as if he's kind of given up on this situation. I don't think that he's looking to reconcile. I mean, I would have a conversation with him, but if you're that far through a divorce, then I don't think that there's any turning back. I mean, he's not showing any signs of wanting to work the relationship out. It looks like he's got anxiety around the situation, and he feels like the best thing for everyone involved would be to end things. I would talk to him about it if you think that there's something different that may be going on, but it doesn't look to me like he wants to reconcile right now. All is mind. Will I receive a large sum of money soon? Okay. Will I receive a large sum of money soon? Yes, I think you will. If you're waiting on a large sum of money, it should be coming down the road pretty soon. Kiki, is Seth seeing someone? No, I don't think so. Kiki, general love reading. Things should change for the better quickly with the Eight of Rods. It looks like Earth sign comes in, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo, maybe a Taurus. Feeling like you've made it to the top of the mountain. Finally, I can exhale. Success comes in around a new relationship with new energy on the horizon. Maybe sometime this spring it happens. Person that comes in, it seems to be very ambitious. Kiki, why do I have no energy? Like it's annoying. Well, I think there's a whole bunch of stuff happening. First of all, I think you have something that you're fighting on the physical side. Like, I think that there is like an issue as far as like a cold or whatever, some kind of a viral thing that you're fighting, which I think is zapping your energy. But I also think that you may be a little bit dehydrated. I would drink more water. I also think you're going through growth transformation, which is always hard on the body. It's hard on everything, but you're going to get through it. I would increase your water, and if you have any electrolytes in the house, I would have some of that, like Gatorade or Pedialyte or the vitamin C things that you can add to the water, because all of that should help bring back some of the energy. But you should be feeling a little bit more like yourself in the next couple of days. Emerald, yes, that was accurate. Can you tell me what you see for me and Chris for the month of March? It seems like things continue the way they are right now. The Hangman is here. So it doesn't seem like much is changing. However it's been in the month of February, that's how it should be in March. Feeling unprepared. One or both of you may be feeling unprepared, and it doesn't look like anything is moving forward. It looks like things stay just the way they are in the month of March. Listen to your intuition. However things are right now, this is going to continue through March. Lily, how does Obi feel after I blocked him? I answered that one. I said that, what did I say? He didn't expect it. He wasn't prepared for it. But, shit, I can't remember. He wasn't expecting it. He wasn't prepared for it. But he's kind of like, I think he thinks that you're pulling a stunt. Like you're going to unblock him, or that you're doing it for a reaction. I think that's what I said. And then I said that if you blocked him for a reason, just leave him blocked and forget about it. Just move forward with your life, because what difference does it make? Like if you blocked him, then that ends things. Do you know what I'm saying? So I would just put it behind you and move forward, because I don't think you're going to get a response from him. Like I think he thinks that you're either being stubborn, or you're being you're trying to evoke a response in him or something. I don't think he's going to play into it. Like, I think he's just like, well, okay, well, whatever. She'll get over it. Like, that kind of attitude. Because I don't think he expected it. Soleil, is Daniel over me? Is he spending Valentine's Day with another woman? Okay, is he with another woman? He could be seeing somebody else. Yeah, he could be seeing someone else. I don't think that it's a question of him being over you as a person. I think that he's just, he's afraid to go back into that situation, or he doesn't want, he's afraid to, I don't know when the last time was you spoke to him, but I don't think that he wants to go back to that type of a relationship. So he could be exploring his options right now and see what else is out there. I don't think it's a question of whether or not he's over you. Like, I don't think, like, people don't get over things that quickly, but he seems like somebody who is willing to explore opportunities and see what else is out there, because he doesn't want, he doesn't want a lot of drama. He feels like he's got enough drama in his life, and he doesn't want his personal relationship to be an added stress. Like, he feels like he's got enough stress in his life. I think he's exploring his options. That's what I think is happening right now. I don't think he's involved with anybody seriously. John, general for the next month. General for next month. You may be making a decision to walk away from people, places, and things that no longer serve you. It may make you feel uncomfortable and maybe even a little bit anxious, but in the long term, it does you well. It looks like you're leaving negativity, pessimism in the past. Cause for celebration comes in around a new creative project. Looks like you have a soulmate connection on the horizon. Listen to your intuition. Could have a new business opportunity. And it does look like the hard work that you put into your career will start to come back to you, either through a new business opportunity of some kind, or a new, could be a new working for someone else, or it could be something that you're doing in your own, like for yourself, like your own business. You got here the Eight of Pentacles. You could be going back to school, learning a new area of study. It also could be logging in a lot of extra hours, putting a lot of effort into something. I don't know. I'm kind of curious as to whether or not you're going to start your own thing. Soleil General for my day tomorrow. You may be feeling a little bit stressed tomorrow. You also may be feeling a little bit weak, but the day seems to fly by pretty quickly. It also looks like you may feel successful by the end of the day, and you may feel like you're moving on to greener pastures, or you may feel like life is moving forward. I don't think it's a terrible day. Jay, what's next with my attorney? I took that course they wanted me to take. Okay, what's next with my attorney? Well, I think that you may be sitting around here feeling like I'm waiting for my ship to come in. So you may have to reach out to them. You may be feeling a little bit like everything is on hold right now. I would reach out to them and find out what's going on. Let them know that you took the course. Your ambition will pay off. I don't know what the situation is, but ultimately things move forward to the next level. It might not happen this week. That's why I would reach out to them so that you're not sitting around waiting. Because the waiting part for everything sucks. I would just reach out to them and see what the heck. Tell them, hey, I took the course. I did what you wanted me to do. Now what comes next? Because I don't think that you're going to hear from them right away. And that may drive you a little nuts. I'd reach out to them and see what's going on. Let them know that you did what you were supposed to do and what comes next. I don't feel like this is something that makes it to a trial. I think there's a settlement or something that happens before then. And you may be towards the end of the road with this attorney stuff. Kiki, will my test results be positive or negative? Positive. No, I don't think that they come back positive. I don't think so. Soleil General for March. You got a wish in March. Walking away from people, places, and things that no longer serve you. Bring in a wish. You have an Aquarius that comes in. You have an Aries that comes in. You have a Leo around. It looks like you may be working hard on a side business, or you may be building business relationships that have long-term potential, and the hard work that you put in comes back to you. Feeling prepared. You could be working on a creative plan of some type that brings in lots of happiness. It also looks like you have some good karma coming back to you. The love cup is full towards the end of March. You're no longer holding yourself back. You may be exploring opportunities. Fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. You have a Capricorn that comes in, and you may have somebody around you right now that you haven't taken notice of, but there may be an offer that's in front of you that you're just not seeing yet. But by the end of March, it should make itself known. April for the rest of February. Stress and anxiety move into the past. It looks like you have you got some good luck coming in, and you're feeling no longer like I'm waiting here for my ship to come in, but life is starting to move forward. Romance looks good, and like you're being guided by the divine. Taking time for rest, relaxation, self-care. The world is at your feet. Could be spending time with a soulmate connection. That could be a water sign, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. And it looks like you may even have a new way of bringing in extra money this month. Yvette Love. Got the world at your feet when you listen to your intuition. Got long-term potential that comes in around your life, moving forward pretty quickly. Growth transformation comes to you and a committed relationship. If you're not in a committed relationship right now, you've got several different people. But you also have the Magician, which is the ability to manifest new opportunities. So if these guys here are not working for you, you could manifest new opportunities. You have here a Pisces, a Sagittarius, a Leo, and an Aquarius. Now, there's somebody that may come back from your past with an offer that would be hard to turn down, but you're not looking back on the past with rose-colored glasses, so you may tell them to get lost. Hannah, general for next week. Got some choices coming in next week. Choices come in that lead you towards all 10 cups being full. You could hear from somebody out of the blue you haven't seen or spoken to in some time, and you're being guided by the divine. It does look like you have growth and transformation coming to you as a person, and you're prepared for it. If you're not in a committed relationship right now, there's a commitment coming. If you are, current relationship looks good. If you're not, an air sign enters, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. It might not happen next week. Like, you may meet the person or they could be around, but the relationship may not start until a little bit further down the line. Emerald, do you see me and Chris being in a relationship in the future? This is a tough one. There is a chance. Yeah, I mean, there's a chance. The thing is that I don't think the two of you right now are on the same page. So I can't say it's going to happen anytime soon. And I don't like to tell people to sit around and wait for something, because that's the energy of waiting is just not, that's not good energy. That just creates more stagnant energy. 33% chance yes with one ace, and there is cause for celebration. Though this is the one thing that frightens me, that somebody here is going to get hurt because you two aren't on the same page, and one person may want one thing and the other person may want something else. So you may not be seeing eye to eye. Even if you were to get into a relationship, the two of you may have different ideas of what a relationship should be. So I don't know. I think you guys need to discuss things. So, lay general for the next 3 days and advice. You may feel like over the next couple of days, your hard work is paid off, or things are growing and changing for you. It may be slow and steady wins the race, but you may be noticing some new job opportunities coming in. You got some choices to make. I would say over the next couple of days, you got to get through this thing at work. So that's probably going to take up a lot of your time and energy. And let's see what happens once you get past that, or at least the beginning stages. The first meeting will probably be the toughest as far as like feeling anxious wise. Once you have the first meeting, the other meetings will probably not be, you won't feel so anxious. You'll just go and do the meetings. I would just, you have a wish around the situation. You have a wish coming in over the next 3 days. So I would put that out into the universe. My only advice is to make sure you have everything documented, and then you don't have anything to worry about. Things should be should go relatively smooth for you. AZ donated. Should I walk away from Dorothy forever? I'm getting tired. All right. Should I walk away from D forever? I get a 70% chance, yes, it may be time to walk away. Pull your energy back. It does look like this relationship was supposed to pan out differently, but like it's dragging on way too long and it's bringing your energy down. What I would do seriously is just, I would take a couple of weeks, pull your energy way back, and see what happens over the next, like, say, 2 weeks. Nothing changes dramatically in the next 2 weeks. By the time you get to the 2-week mark, you may want to continue with, disconnecting. And because, it's like people can get caught up in these situations that are going nowhere forever. And I hate to see that happen. So if you're starting to feel like you're getting to your wit's end, I would take a couple of weeks, pull your energy way back, and see how you feel in a couple of weeks, because You know, it's like, I don't know why, but like you could see, like you could turn around next year at this time and still be in the same situation, and that doesn't help anybody. You know, it's like life is too short for that kind of stuff. You may be onto something. Yeah, I would distance yourself for at least a couple of weeks and see how you feel at that point. But sometimes once you get to that point, you're like, you know what, I'm not going back, because the whole, like, you know, like emotions are addictive, right? So we sometimes we get addicted to these situations, the highs and the lows. Like we could get addicted. Like we know that that even if we're feeling really low, eventually we're going to go back up to the high, and it's like a cycle. But if you don't break the cycle and get out of it, sometimes when you get out of it and you look back on it, you're like, you know what, I don't want to do that anyway. I would rather know that no one's going to call than sit around waiting, or yeah, I'll call you tomorrow, and then the phone doesn't ring. And you know, and then somebody like me who's really stupid, like I would believe the person was going to call me. Oh yeah, we'll go Friday, and then you never hear from them again. I mean, who's got time for that? I would take some time for yourself, definitely, especially if you're feeling like that. Julie, what's C doing today? He may be enjoying rest, relaxation, self-care. It looks like he's either very tired, very exhausted, or this week has took, excuse me, a lot out of him, and he may be spending some time doing absolutely nothing. I'm thinking of opening a channel with meditation music. Will it work? I think so. Let's see. Will it work? I don't see why not. Yeah, you got 3 aces. I didn't even turn over that many cards. I would say, yeah, go for it. You got nothing to lose. Nothing to lose. Soleil, love in March. You may be feeling a little bit disappointed in the beginning of March, but as March moves forward, you may have some new opportunities. You've got a Cancer and a Leo that come in, also a Sagittarius. You may be feeling like exploring your options through the month of March, and it looks like you're not holding yourself back. Being guided by the divine, and you've got somebody that comes in that puts a lot of effort into the relationship. Could be an Aries, got an Aries here too. You may turn around and look back at the past and think, I'm glad that I left all those situations behind, because now I have opportunities and choices. And there could be a soulmate that enters before the end of March. I don't think it's the beginning of March. I think it's more towards the end. J, General. Empress, love, money, abundance, fertility comes in. Be careful with that card if you don't want kids. Happiness comes in around a new journey. Life starts to move forward pretty quickly. Could have a new job opportunity on the horizon. Looks like you're stepping into your own personal strength. If you've been waiting on money, the money should be coming, and you got a wish, put it out into the universe. Stepping into your own strength should bring in more than one job opportunity. J, love. You could get communication out of the clear blue sky, possibly from our friend Amy. You may also have a new romantic interest on the horizon. That could be a Taurus. Cause for celebration comes in around love. When you listen to your intuition and you let the divine guidance guide you. Looks like soulmate comes in. That could be a Leo. You also have a Capricorn here. And you may be meeting somebody around work or school. I mean, I know that, you know, you have some people at work, but there may be somebody new that you meet at work. Julie, will I be able to go to the vaccine job tomorrow? They haven't sent me the link for training. I think that you are going to go to that job tomorrow. I get a 70% chance, yes. Maybe they just didn't send it yet. mean, they want to get those vaccines out. So I would assume that anybody that's ready, willing, and able to do it, they would take them. Gina. What's the new person that I'm manifesting in love like? Well, the person that you manifest should be equal to what you're putting out there. You know, like if you're putting out into the universe, my partner is stable, grounded, sincere, honest, kind. That's the person that should show up, somebody with those qualities. So you put out into the universe what you want to come back to you. So it depends on the qualities that you're focused on. You know, like you wouldn't want to you spend time saying, you know, all the guys that I ever date really suck. They never remember my birthday. They never remember to call me back, and they're always cheap. Because that's what you're going to put out. That's what's going to come back. So when you're trying to manifest something, you want to put out into the universe that people always treat me really well. And then those are the people that are going to show up. So really, the manifestation process is about what you're doing, not about, like, it's not random. It's like the universe will reflect back what your intentions are that you put out. I would focus on soulmate connection that comes in that's grounded and stable, financially stable, and you have the Magician, so you can do it. Just focus on the qualities that you want in this person, and don't leave it up to like random, you know, well, whoever shows up, shows up. I would put it out. I'm interested in people showing up in my life that are financially stable, that are grounded and stable, that communicate, that feel well balanced. That's a soulmate connection. Julie, why did C want to know what time I was getting off today? I texted him I was home at 9:30, and I called since 1 p.m. Still no answer till now. I think he fell asleep. I think that his intentions were to get together. I can't tell you that he's not going to try to see you at some point today or within the next 3 days, but he may have fallen asleep. I don't know, he seems to be tired. 4 of Swords keeps coming up around him. Rest, relaxation, self-care. And he seems to be like 4 of Swords and the Hangman, like he's stuck. So I think he's sleeping. You could still hear from him, and you still could see him today, and I think that's what his intentions are. Kiki, when will I decide to work and how will it go? Goes well. The sun comes out. And you may find that you're in a job that you really enjoy. And it could be within the next 4 weeks. It should go really well for you, and it should be something that you enjoy. Sepia, general. Growth and transformation comes to you as a person, starting a new journey. Life changes for the better quickly. Balance comes back to your life, and you feel like you can breathe a sigh of relief. The Magician, the ability to manifest new opportunities when it comes to love. But overall, it looks like moving homes, changing homes, upgrading your home, all that stuff is going to start to make you feel relief. When you finally get to where you're going to live or the change happens, that's when life starts to change for the better quickly. And growth and transformation comes to your life. You also may be at some point planning a trip, a road trip, or a trip to water, by water, or around water, or they could be 2 different things. One's a road trip and one could be a trip via water somehow at some point. It also looks like you have a fire sign that comes in that may just be a friend, but they seem to be pretty significant. Leo, Sagittarius, and Aries. Kiki, why am I so attracted to drama bonds? Because all of that stuff is addicting. It's addicting. And all of those, we're attracted to things that heal our wounds temporarily. It's temporary. You know, it's like if you're depressed and you decide to go out and get drunk. Well, you'll go out and get drunk and have a really good time that night, but the next morning, not so much. And it's the same way with all of these situations. So if you find yourself attracted to people, places, and things that are no good for you, but they feel good in the moment, it has a lot to do with like putting a temporary Band-Aid over an old wound. Once you start to heal all those old wounds, you won't be attracted to those types of people. They just won't be attractive. You know, it's like classic, like, you know, James Dean. I don't even know really who he is, but I know that people always say that. But like the bad boy kind of thing, right? Oh, everybody loves a bad boy. Everyone loves a bad boy for a very short while, and then that gets fucking old fast. It's like it's not so attractive anymore when you've gotten into your 30s and somebody's still acting like a 17-year-old and they think it's cool. Like, you don't think it's cool anymore because you've healed that part of yourself and you're no longer attracted to that person. So if you find yourself in situations where you're still attracted to the same situation, then we got to always go within with, why am I attracted to this? Because it has to do with me, not them. There is nothing about anybody else that is so beautiful, so wondrous, so magical that we need to have that person. We need to have that person when we haven't healed a wound inside us. So, you know, it's time to go back and work on ourselves. And I fucking hate that because, and I've, like, for years, I used to argue with, like, different therapists, and I used to be like, I'm tired of working on myself. The rest of the world ain't working on themselves, and their lives are moving forward. But you can't get into their relationships and into their situations because you don't know what's going on. You know, we know a lot of smoke and mirrors from the faces that people show us, but we don't really know what's going on underneath the surface. So when you're attracted to something that you know is bad for you, you have to go back to yourself and figure out what it is, what the wound is. And usually a lot of people have a word, it's like feeling unworthy or undeserving. And they're attracted to something that seems like it's unobtainable, because when the unobtainable pays attention to us for 5 minutes, we feel worthy. That's what it usually comes down to for most people, at least in my experience. So got to do a little bit more work on yourself. You know, with I'm worthy, I'm deserving. I will not be treated like this, that, and the next thing. I will only be treated like this. Respected, cared for, loved. Jennifer, love reading for the future. Perseverance pays off in a new love situation. You may be making a decision to walk away from anything that's been heartbreaking or disappointing or negative that was in the past. And moving forward, you may be making a decision to go in a different direction. You may be feeling a little bit undecided, but you got a water sign, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. You have a Virgo that comes in. Growth and transformation comes to you as a person, which then gets reflected in your love life. New opportunity could come in with a Scorpio as well. There may be somebody who you haven't noticed that is in your life right now that may be come in with a love offering. That person could be a Pisces. So you have some opportunities right now if you're not in a committed relationship. If you are, I would say, if the past has been rough with this person, you might make a decision to leave. You could decide to leave. Or you maybe make a decision, you know, free will here is going to, you're going to be the one that's going to have to make the decision. Otherwise, with a current relationship, the hurt and the wounds that happened in the past would need to be healed before the relationship can move forward to the next level. Otherwise, you'll keep reliving the past. So you may come to a crossroads where you have to make a decision between leaving what was once and going in a different direction. If you go in a different direction, you have several new opportunities coming in. But that choice will be yours. Career for Sepia. You may be prepared. Feeling prepared, working hard. The hard work that you've put into your career should come back to you. 5 of Pentacles in reverse, paying off a bill of debt or a loan. 8 of Pentacles, possibly going back to school or learning a new area of study. Recently, if there was a disappointment around your career, that moves into the past, and slow and steady wins the race. New opportunities come in. Wheel of Fortune, you got some good luck coming in. Negativity moves into the past. The Hangman in reverse pushes your career forward. You should have a couple of new opportunities on the horizon, plus the ability to manifest more. Sepia love. You may feel like the love cup has run out, but that's going to change because slow and steady wins the race. You got a water sign that comes in, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. You also have an air sign, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. Listening to your intuition will push your love life forward and lead you to the Empress. Love, money, abundance, fertility when you listen to your intuition. Things have been slow and stagnant right now. You should turn a corner in the near future that takes you to greener pastures with long-term potential around the happy home. Just might not be there yet. There's also a Capricorn and a Scorpio coming in around you. That could be, they could be brand new people that you haven't met yet. So like general around my job with Dr. Spearman and timing. Listen to your intuition. You may be worried about this, or you may not hear anything for a minute, and that could get you a little bit concerned, but you'll hear from them, and it could move forward. You got the Six of Swords. Could be moving forward to greener pastures. Leaving the past in the past and moving forward. You have a wish. Put it out into the universe. I think that taking a job with them would be good. I mean, it looks like it would make you feel strong, or you'd be stepping into a strong role, or your career would be strengthening. And it could happen quickly. So it's like you may not hear anything from them for a while, and then all of a sudden they may be like, well, can you start tomorrow? Or can you start next Tuesday? Or something like that. I think that if you do decide to start with them, it would be like early spring. Maybe, well, it wouldn't be 9 weeks. It wouldn't be that long. 9 days. I don't think it's 9 days. I don't know. Maybe it's like March 9th, April 9th, something like that. But I think that it would definitely give you a new experience, and you would learn different things there, and it would strengthen your career in different ways. I mean, you've outgrown this place that you're working at right now. I don't think that you're going to be there forever. I never did think that, but this guy, there may be some new opportunities that come in around it as well. And it could also be another stepping stone to something else. I think it's a good thing. J, one card for each job that I applied for. Okay, UPS. UPS comes up with needing to have patience. FedEx. Empress, love, money, abundance, fertility. Post office. Celebration. I mean, with all these cards, I would say the best one would be the Empress, which would be FedEx. And then, you know, I'm surprised that you got Temperance for UPS. I would think that you would have gotten Temperance for the post office, but they all look like pretty decent possibilities. I would say that just with UPS, you may have to wait, or there may be some kind of waiting around it, which is annoying. My butt here is falling asleep. I gotta shift positions. Hang on. I'm like, why does that happen that my butt falls asleep? Ronnie, love for March. Got success around a soulmate connection. Got a Gemini around you. You have a fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. You also have some good luck in starting a new journey. Listen to your intuition. The air sign is still here. The Libra is still here. But you're no longer holding yourself back, and you may be having divine guidance, maybe moving you forward. Got a Taurus coming in and feeling like you could breathe a sigh of relief. Maybe even though the Libra is around, maybe they back off a little bit, and you feel relieved about that. AZ, will my situation with D and I improve after I take a break? Yes. Yep. Soleil for the rest of the day. The rest of the day, you may be putting some time and effort into a creative project of some type. Could be taking time for rest and relaxation. It also looks like you maybe you could be talking to a Pisces or a Virgo. Communication could come in with a Pisces or a Virgo. Rest of the day is okay. Average. JP. Base current feelings and thoughts towards you. Things could change for the better quickly. The world is at your feet, and you could find yourself in a committed relationship at some point. I don't know where you are right now. Oh, God. Felt that. Man, knocked over everything. How the hell did that happen? Can't blame it on the dog. He's in my bed. Ashley, what's coming in for me and Josh the Virgo? I don't know where you guys are in this situation, but it looks like you may have a little argument. It's not the end of the world. But you may feel like you may feel like it's just not moving forward fast enough for you. You're being guided by the divine. You may just have to give this situation a little bit of time. At some point, if you don't get what you want from the situation, you might feel like you're going to walk away. And if you decide to walk away, you have a Pisces and a Taurus that comes in. I'm not seeing a whole lot of love here between the two of you right now. So that's why I'm saying you might decide with the Eight of Cups to walk away from the situation. And you could feel like I put in a whole lot of hard work and I didn't get much of a payoff out of it. If you're not if you don't feel like things are moving forward right now, I don't think I don't think you're going to get much more than what you have right now. Wherever the situation is right now, it may stay like this for a little while. And you may find it to be a little bit frustrating. Yeah, you guys may have a little argument. It's okay, though. It's not the end of the world. It's not a big thing. Sage Moon, love reading. I'm single and ready. Okay. That cause for celebration that comes in when your life moves forward. You leave disappointment in the past. Water sign comes in, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. It could be a Cancer. Cancer comes in strong. You're well prepared and you got happiness that comes in. So you're ready, and being ready and putting that out into the universe is going to bring somebody in pretty quickly. Adriana, General. Life changes for the better quickly. You're getting some respect and maybe even better compensated at work, and you also may have some choices when it comes to business. You're no longer holding yourself back. It looks like you've got some passion that comes in, possibly with an Earth sign, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo, and you're being guided by the divine. I have to plug this thing in here because it's oh man, I don't want to throw the whole thing over again. There we go. I think that's it. Yeah, okay. All right, let's see. New me. Describe the future intercourse with Samuel and I. Oh, Jesus. Listen to your intuition. You can manifest anything you want that leads to the 10 cups being full. It should be good. It should be good. I'll just leave it at that. Adriana, this week. What's going on this week? You are no longer holding yourself back, starting a new journey of some type, walking away from people, places, and things that no longer serve you. The world is at your feet, feeling like finally I've made it to the top of the mountain. I can breathe a sigh of relief. You could even have a new love interest on the horizon, maybe a Taurus, feeling prepared for life to move forward. Adriana, will I be having sex in the future with Angel? Yeah, you could. Yep, the opportunity is going to come up for sure. Allison, general. Starting a new journey, and your intuition is heightened. Laying down the law, stepping into your own strength, your own power, pushes your life forward, no longer holding yourself back. You have money coming in, possibly a new job opportunity that makes you feel like I'm no longer waiting for my ship to come in. I'm in control of my own destiny. I'm making choices to push my career forward. Could be getting paid better too. You could have more money coming in, feeling like balance has come back to your life. When somebody makes you an offer that would be hard to turn down, that brings in cause for celebration. Emerald, I did that one. I said that there is a chance for the two of you to be in a relationship in the future, but I'm not convinced of it because I don't think the two of you are on the same page, and I don't think that you have the same expectations as to what a relationship is. I'm not. If you did enter in a relationship, I don't know that it would be for the greater good for the both of you. I don't think the two of you are on the same page, so I would suggest the two of you have a conversation. Mihak, general for the rest of February and March. Life changes for the better quickly. Got some choices that come in that may make you feel very strong and stable. It looks like life starts to move forward. Out of the clear blue sky, communication with the Sagittarius may pick up. It also looks like the love cup is full and you're feeling prepared. Money comes in, no longer feeling stuck. There's a little bit less worry around money. Cinnamon, how will it go, me moving into my own enrichment, and when? How will it go? It's going to go pretty well. You're not holding yourself back. The opportunity is going to come in and you're going to take it. You got the happy home on the horizon, and it could be happening. Could be happening in the month of May. Or you could have the plan together in May. You know, you may be all set to like move in August, but it's already planned in May, before the end of May. I think it goes well. I see it. What's M's intentions towards me? Looks like communication picks up, and he definitely has an interest. You may be feeling a little bit like I'm waiting for my ship to come in because he could be a slow mover, but I would give him a little bit of time because I think things work themselves out sort of organically. Mary India, do you see me meet my crush Jalil and be with him in love relationship and never see me and we never met? Okay, let's see. You want to come in, Dylan? Come on in. Wait a minute, let me put the... Go ahead. Just don't knock this shit over. Go ahead. Oh, Dylan. All right, are you in? It's not a lot of room here. Oh, you're going to sit on my lap? All right, you can sit on my lap. Go ahead, up. Oh. All right, hang on. Let me move everything. Jesus. All right, hang on. I'm going to move it so that you can get in. Go ahead. All right, that wasn't so bad. Got to readjust everything here. Okay, will I meet my crush, Jalil? right, that's good, right there. I don't see you meeting him anytime soon. No, I don't see that happening anytime soon. I don't know how far apart the two of you live, but it just doesn't look like it's coming up that fast. Oh, Dylan. Now you want to leave? It's like I just can't get comfortable. I'm leaving. I only knocked over that box. Oh, Dylan. Sonia, what are the current feelings and thoughts of the guy that I'm thinking about towards me and what to expect from him? Are you coming in, Dylan? What are we doing here? There's room if you want to come in. We make room. Okay, what are the current feelings and thoughts of the guy that I'm thinking about towards me? This guy may be thinking that things could move forward with the two of you at some point. You've got here the Empress, love, money, abundance, fertility. Looks like prepare to explore the option. Could be cause for celebration that comes in. I think that things with this person, their intentions may be to explore the opportunity and see what happens. So I would, let's see what happens with that. Chimay, how will my first date be with L this Saturday? How will my first date with L be? How will my first date with L be? Not bad. Not bad at all. You got the Magician, the ability to manifest new opportunities, and you have a nice connection. You could wind up seeing each other again, feeling like the connection is strong and like you've made it to the top of the mountain. Finally, I can breathe a sigh of relief. Ashley, will me and Josh the Virgo reconcile because the argument happened yesterday, but I got to stand my ground. It is what it is. Okay, let's see. Will we reconcile? You are going to stand your ground. There's no doubt about that. I think you're going to reconcile, though. You have the Hangman, so you're definitely going to stand your ground, but I'm not convinced that you may reconcile, but I still don't know that the two of you are ever going to be on the same page. I don't know. Let's see what happens. I don't know if the two of you either want the same things or feel the same way, or there's don't give in, because if you give in, you're never going to get what you want. Not in this situation. There is reconciliation coming up. I just question about whether or not this is going to be a stable relationship or if it's going to be the relationship that you want. It may be the kind of situation where you're always looking for more or you never feel like you're satisfied in it. Like he doesn't bring enough to the table. Julie, the rest of the day for me. Well, you got the Magician here, the ability to manifest new opportunities. It looks like you may be taking time for rest, relaxation, self-care. Happiness is in reverse. So happiness should show up at some point with somebody that's paying you a lot of respect. This is somebody that's putting in a lot of effort. But I wouldn't imagine that anything out of the anything too extraordinary happens before the end of the day. It's like an average day. New me. Should Sam come to Louisiana or should I go to Ohio first? Should Sam come to Louisiana? I think he should come to Louisiana first. That's what I think. That's what the cards suggest. But I would have said that anyway. Like, if you just asked me my opinion, I would say have him come to you first rather than you go there and you don't know what's going on. You know what I mean? Like, you know what's going on where you are. Sonia, maybe I should give it a chance. I'm so tired of disappointment, and sometimes I feel like I'm speaking with a guy, that it won't go away, whatever that I spend. Yeah, I know. You know, like the last couple of days, I've spoken to several people that feel, they keep saying the same thing. I'm so tired of being disappointed, and I'm so tired of putting in effort, and wanting to, like, kind of, you know, be self-protective, which I think is healthy. But on the other hand, it's like, you can't shield yourself from everything, because then you'll have no life. And that's not, you don't want that either. You know, you don't want to turn around at 90 and be like, okay, well, I haven't had a heartbreak in the last 57 years, but I haven't had any experiences either, because that's not fun. New me, why is Samuel so anxious to meet me? Nervous. I think he wants you to like him, and he's just afraid. He may have gone through a bad experience in the recent past that he's, not that he's not over, but that he's afraid that he's going to relive it. Like, everyone's afraid of the trauma from the past reliving, because sometimes we do. We relive the same shit over and over again because we keep trying to fill the void that can't be filled by another person. So he is nervous. He's genuinely nervous. He wants you to like him, and he's, you know, once you meet in person, you're going to know for sure whether or not you like him. And he feels like at that point, there's no turning back. You know, so it's either you're going to like him or not. And it makes him nervous because he wants you to like him. All right, it is 5 o'clock. Can we cut off the super chats, and I will do the moderators? And I will come back on sometime tonight, probably about 10. And let me see if I can get through some people here I didn't get to. Nav, what are Javier, the Virgo's intentions towards me? He may want to start a new journey. You could manifest a new beginning with him that takes you to the top of the mountain. Yeah, he may want to explore this option for sure. TV, spirit messages, or normal reading advice on choosing a career or making decisions on what to pick. All right. When it comes to career, right, I think that you have to explore things. But I think that the most important thing, really, is to find something that you enjoy doing. Now, that to me is a double-edged sword, because I loved yoga, and it really spoke to my soul. But because I felt like people kind of just used it as a workout and were just looking for, like, the next harder class, or the more harder class, or being more challenged physically, I feel like in a way it kind of took, it kind of like, it turned yoga into a job, right? Whereas, like, my dad's an artist, so he always says, well, if you do what you love, you never work a day in your life. But I was doing what I loved, but I felt like I turned it into a job, because now all of a sudden I was trying to please people that just wanted a quicker workout or a harder workout, rather than getting back to the basics of yoga and what yoga really is, which the physical asanas are only part of yoga. That's only one of the 8 limbs. So that it can be a double-edged sword. But I think it's really important to find something that you enjoy. On the other hand, I also think it's always nice to have a side gig that you can control yourself. So my whole life, I've always had, since I'm 24, I've always had at least 2 jobs. I don't like the idea of leaving my fate in everybody else's hands as far as money is concerned. So I like to have different options. That's just me personally. I'm also Pisces, Gemini rising. I have a lot of duals in my chart, so that could be too why I have two jobs. But I would be really cautious as far as like, you know, like a lot of people that when I was going to college, went to school to be accountants because they were told, well, accountants will always have a job. Yeah, but you don't want to spend the rest of your life doing accounting unless you really fucking love numbers, and most people don't. You know, and you're going to spend a lot of time there. So I would be very careful with what you choose and make sure that you pick something that you love and explore your options. You can go through a couple of different careers and you can change careers. I think that my biggest mistake, and I think that people make this mistake, is that they don't explore options and they get stuck somewhere. Page of Air, logical, honest, impulsive, curious. Challenging information, delays or changes in plans. The truth delivered without tact. The Knight of Air, intelligent, decisive, tireless, idealistic. Events that occur with great speed. Take time to carefully review your options. Creative solutions. The Six of Water, memories from your childhood. Romanticizing your history. And issues regarding children. Mel, updated love reading. Somebody from your past may return. It also looks like you've got an air sign, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. Listen to your intuition. A Pisces is around the moon. It looks like you may have a little anxiety around love, but you have plenty of opportunities and you're being guided by the divine. It looks like air sign and also a Leo both come in very strong around you. Relationship with an air sign may move forward in the near future. See what happens with that. You're heading towards all 10 cups being full. Even if you're not there yet, your persistence and your perseverance pays off. No longer feeling stuck in the mud. You may have to have a little bit of patience, but it looks like things may start to fall into place around you. Things change for the better quickly around an Aquarius. Put a wish out into the universe. You just might get it. Zara. Love reading until the end of February. Maybe feeling a little bit unrespected or a little bit neglected, but that changes pretty quickly because here you have communication comes in out of the blue and things start to change for the better quickly. Sagittarius comes in, water sign, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer, feeling like you're starting a new journey. Aquarius comes in. It also looks like you're being guided by the divine. You're no longer feeling stuck, but you may be exploring different opportunities. You got an Aries that's coming in as well, who's feeling very passionate. A Capricorn comes in too. So there may be plenty of opportunity between now and the end of February. That's a lot. Yeah, that's a lot. All right, well, I'm going to go and take a break. And I will be back on tonight, probably about 10, 9:30, 10. It's 5 o'clock now. She's still sleeping. So maybe 10 o'clock. And if anybody needs a private reading, feel free to email me. The sales are up on the community page. I'll see you guys tonight. Thank you all. Have a nice afternoon. Bye-bye.